Yeah. Hey Pradeep. Hey Neha.
Hi, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So when does your office finishes?
It's around 5,
Oh,
5:30 like this.
okay, cool. And so to start with, so about yesterday's class, do you have any doubts anywhere, anything?
No, no doubts. Regarding that installation, yesterday we covered only one installation, an installation manager.
Yeah.
Nothing. Till now, no doubt.
Okay, and that installation I'll share in the online as well, so you can go through it anytime you want. And
That installation was using command line only, na? Or was it using matlab, it was silent installation or command line installation?
yeah,
He did the command.
yeah. Installation manager, yes, we have done using GUI only. It's not
Okay.
silent method. Today we'll cover. We'll see how to install through silent method.
Okay.
So yeah, as I said, there are two methods: GUI graphical installation and then silent installation. So yeah, today we'll see through silent installation. And
Okay.
okay, I'm just preparing this note. So after the class, I'll send you these notes in the email, and I'll
Okay.
yeah. Anyways, I'll upload the video as well. So let me cover yesterday's topics. So we have discussed about WebSphere what are we are going to do in the class yesterday, and this is just basic
Yes.
architecture. It contains all the components like admin console, virtual host, and
Actually, the
um
screen is not
yeah,
visible.
I'm sorry for that. I'm going to share it now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's okay. Yeah, okay. Fine. Yeah, we have discussed about WebSphere. What are we going to do in our classes? Like the whole goal is like we should know how to configure and manage a WebSphere environment. So it will have admin
Hmm.
console and anyways these whole steps HTTP server whatever is there in this diagram will go step by step. So if we discuss all together at a time, it will confuse. So we have discussed,
Okay.
yeah, we have discussed about web application servers and web servers. So WebSphere, JBoss, WebLogic comes under web application servers, and Apache IIS and IHS comes under web servers. And so we have discussed like we should know how to integrate web servers with WebSphere. And so the request first come in our architecture. Request first comes to HTTP, I mean web server. It could be Apache IIS or IHS, and then request will route to WebSphere application server. And so first let us start with installing WebSphere, like WebSphere application server. So to install WebSphere, yes, we have GUI and silent method, graphical representation, and then silent method. So today we'll see how to install through silent method. And before that, let us have a glance about the versions available in the market. So in all the versions, the important version is network deployment. Even in your office, you would be seeing the widely
Hmm.
used version is network deployment. To check the existing, we'll see after installing, after how to check the version details of the product. So this version, yeah, this version will have features of clusters. I mean, the we'll again go in depth in clusters when we cover the topic cluster. In short, if we want to say a cluster means it will have feature of high availability and load balancing. So the term load balancing itself implies you would be having group of servers and load will be balanced across the servers. And even if one server goes down, the load would be balanced with the remaining servers which are up. So this concept is called high availability. Means even if one server goes down, you can the load will be balanced, and even this application doesn't goes down. So this is called high availability. So cluster, the main concept of clustering is high availability and load balancing. So these features are available in application server network deployment. Okay. And then the remaining versions, application server, this is nothing but we would be covering in the next class. Like after installing WebSphere, the next is we have to install profiles. So we'll cover in depth about profiles. There you will come to know you will be having various kinds of profiles. So this can be called as a standalone server. So you will come to know more about these things tomorrow. But so what I'm saying, in terms here, you can just remember this as a standalone server, and this is mostly used in the development environment. Because it's a standalone server, you cannot configure clusters, all those things, so it cannot be used in the production environment. And next, the application server express, this is yeah, this is specially designed for training purposes. And this could be the trial version which they release in the portal. So this would be free version, and so this is for training purpose. And then the third edition is application server community edition. Here the front end Apache would be open source. So yesterday we were discussing the front end could be Apache IIS or IBM HTTP server. So if you go with IBM HTTP server, obviously it's a licensed version and it's developed specially by IBM so that it would be compatible for WebSphere. So if they go with IBM HTTP server, it may be little bit cost to the company. It would be little bit costly to the company. And if company want to go with less budget, and if they have any cost concerns, it's better for them to choose open source Apache. So here in the community edition, they will get open source Apache, and so this is about this edition, and this we have discussed the very first. And application server for, yeah.
This application server community edition in this the cluster feature is not available. That is available only in case of network deployment.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Okay. Matlab we can only have one web server, one app server. Load balancing feature is not available in all these three: application server express, and community edition.
Yeah, cluster feature is available only network deployment. That's true.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And application server for developers, the name itself implies this is specially designed for developers. It won't be having production features, so they can just use it for development environment. And The last edition application server for ZOS. So ZOS means it is a OS designed by IBM. Most it could be IBM AIX. So this is suitable for IBM OS. So that is called as application server for ZOS.
Okay.
Yeah. So these are the various
All
edition.
the
Hmm.
all these development environment means these are suitable only for UAT and all those UG
Exactly.
environment,
Yeah.
not for a production.
Yeah. And in fact, I believe you might have seen they will go even for development QA. They will go with network deployment. If you did observe, they are really
Uh-huh,
Mhm.
in our application actually we are doing this UAT environment also network deployment
Exactly.
only we are
Yeah,
doing.
that is what I'm saying. So even in development, QA, UAT, they will use network deployment only. Only in small companies, when they are really concerned about budget, right, then they will go with other editions. So that's why I kept this as a bold. So most widely used edition is this only, even for development, QA, UAT, all those environments. So only just for knowledge purpose, you should know these editions. So apart from this edition, the major edition is this one, application server ZOS. This is for IBM OS. So you can know this also. This will have all the features, but
This
mhm,
uh,
yeah,
this will have the clustering feature.
yeah,
This ZOS, matlab IBM OS
yeah,
one.
exactly. Yeah. Only thing
Okay.
is you can install in IBM AX, and IBM they
Ah,
supplies OS with
I,
hardware systems. Yeah. So only
okay, I
yeah,
got to matlab I understood.
yeah, yeah. But
Only it's possible if you have a IBM OS, then
exactly,
only this particular version can be installed.
exactly. But yeah, and it will have all the features.
Okay.
Okay. So let us go ahead and see about installation. And so this is the theory part. Is to install VAS,
Hmm.
and so there are four steps here. So the first step, creating merge three zip files to one folder. So this is in your office. You may get the whole
Hmm.
software in one
Hmm.
file, and okay, in your office you may get VAS with only one folder. That's fine. But for training purposes, for trial version, IBM is providing three zip files. So what we have to do?
Actually, we are also doing it by means of this three zip files only, not one. We
Okay,
unzip them and then create a folder like that.
okay, cool. So you did already install in your office?
Yeah, I did VAS 9 installation and VAS.
Hmm.
Matlab, sometimes I do installation, but I'm not very good at take commands from others and then do. But
Okay.
yes, I do have a knowledge of installation.
Oh, that's really cool. But yeah, maybe do you have like documentation, your architect or L3, they will create documentation for installation. Do you have all those procedures?
Yeah, documentation I myself created, but most of the time the problem hurdle is that downloading the binaries because every time we have a different installation. It's not k 85512 we'll install in all the servers. Sometime 85513, sometime 9, all these things, and then Java. The hurdle is in downloading it. मतलब the
Mm-hmm.
compatibility we need to check कि कौन सा download करना है. Otherwise, I got have a gist of the commands that we need to use.
Okay, that's really cool. Okay, so fine. So yeah, so you know this process. In Windows, you can do extract all, and then you can. And if it is Linux, you should use unzip command like yesterday we have done
हाँ.
for IBM
हम्म.
Installation Manager. Yeah, and so here for the silent installation, I'm just merging all these three to the one folder. You can do multiple methods. You can just cut paste to the one folder, or else there is a technique called you can rename this. You can rename to the common name, say like
Okay.
one, just rename it to the common name, and if you press enter, it will just ask, do you want to merge this folder? If you say yes, right, then these two folders will merge together. Similarly, you can rename to the common name for third folder, and so all these folders, three folders will become one folder. Whichever technique you want, you can just make these three folders to one folder. So
Okay.
I'm just merging all these three folders and using the software for silent installation.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the first step I'm doing, merge the three zip files to one folder. And then for silent installation, I would prefer to create shared folder and vasroot folders manually, so that to avoid any conflicts while doing installation. And the main important step is creating response file. So
Okay.
here it comes the technique why we do silent installation. So if you want to do installation for multiple servers, say you want to you want, anyways you have to do some clustering. So you would be having around four cluster members or eight cluster members. So you have to install in
Mm.
IBM, you have to install WebSphere in all the servers. So in such case, if you create response file for one server, you can create the similar configuration in all the three servers. So you can install WebSphere in the same paths using this response file. So that is the main concept. So in short, if you want to configure with the same configuration in multiple systems, then silent installation is really helpful. And in real time, like all major companies, IBM, all financial sectors, they use silent method only, even for doing patching. So they'll create response file once, and then they'll use the response file to do
Okay.
installations. So
Like,
yeah.
instead of repeating the same step in all the
Hmm.
servers, if
Yeah,
we create this response file for one, then we can replicate it for others.
exactly.
That's what you are trying to
Yep, that's true.
say. Okay. Actually, I haven't done the silent installation. We do command line installation by
Oh, okay.
doing the same thing in each and every server.
Oh, okay. Maybe you can next time you can try by
Surely I'll try
yeah,
to
through
understand.
response file. Yeah. So yeah, once you create response file, this is you can use this command to install WebSphere. Yeah.
Okay.
So there are four steps. So we'll go step by step. And let me open my
Okay.
Linux box.
Mm.
So this is not the Linux box. I'll shut down this and I'll start the required Linux box. Yeah, we have to wait for 5 or 10 minutes. So let me shut down this system and we'll log into the yesterday system where we have installed already IBM Installation Manager.
Installation.
works. I guess in ICSA you guys do scripting also, right? Python scripting or shell scripting something?
Shell scripting is there. Python till now no one is using in our team too, but Linux, Unix, shell scripting we do use.
May I know like for what task you guys are doing for shell scripting? Because I saw a requirement long back, that's true. 1.5 year back.
हाँ, the scripting is basically for matlab, like for example the basic scripting is one is, for example, if one of the partition is getting full, instead of manually checking those partitions we write a script so that the mail get triggers to the concerned mail ID of the team. Keep this particular partition, this particular server is getting full. This is one basic example, and others is like key for the transactions that are getting triggered from the app servers of the merchants to which we are making transactions in iMobile application or EasyPay application. For that, we write script.
Oh,
Others, others also there are, but I have idea about this only.
nice. So where have you done your engineering?
I did my engineering in. I am from Delhi, so I did my engineering from NCR.
Sounds familiar.
Then I matlab, I did some course in ICICI, then I got the job in Hyderabad with this particular profile, last profile.
Okay. The system is little slow because we are recording, but even recording, I believe it is required for revision. Uh, I guess 1 second. Hey, give me a moment. I should share. One more guy wants to join the session. I'll just share the link to him. Give me a
Okay,
moment.
okay.
Yeah. Hey, Sandeep.
Hey Praveen.
Yeah. So Neha,
Uh,
we have Sandeep also on the call, and Sandeep, there is a yeah. Neha is on the call.
Hello.
Okay.
Any chance, Praveen, are you recording the session?
Yeah, yeah. I'm recording.
Oh, okay, thank you.
It's okay. Okay. So Sandeep, we have just covered like one demo class, that is installing IBM Installation Manager. The very first class which we have covered, that was yesterday's demo, and that anyways only one session, so you can go through the video. And so let us come to the today's topic. To quickly say like about today's topic, I'm installing WebSphere, and that's through silent method. So WebSphere, you can install graphical and even through silent. So silent installation is, in short, you can say it is useful if you have to install the same if you want to do the same installation in multiple systems, like for cluster configurations you should have similar installation. So here you can we have these four steps. You can create response file and you can use the same response file to create Linux installation in multiple systems in a similar fashion. So now let us see how to do installation. So let us go step by step and see how to install. So this is my Linux box. Okay, I'm having software here and I have merged the three zip files which IBM has provided to one folder, and this is the software. Okay, so these are the steps which we do for Salad installation. So the very step merging these three zip files by the IBM to one folder. So I just want to recollect for Sandeep. I told this to Neha. So I'm just extracting these three zip files and then I'm merging it to one folder. And those things you can just cut paste, copy paste, and do all those things. So I have merged and I place the software here. So that is the first step. And then the second step, we can create this shared folder and VAS root folder while installing. And then the third step, we have to create this response file, so that using this response file you can do installation in multiple systems. And the fourth step, you have to install WebSphere using this response file. So this step is done, merging three zip files to the one folder. And let us check this once, and we can create these folders manually while creating a response file as well. And let me see whether previous installation files are removed completely or not. I have uninstalled previous installation. Let me remove if there are any existing files in those folders. Yeah, so this is called VAS root, and even during uninstallation few files and folders would remain. So let me remove these existing files and folders. Yep, Sandeep, I'm not revising these commands because we have discussed earlier. So maybe we can have Linux session again and revise the commands. Fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I've just removed the existing files and folders, and this is the VAS root, and this is already created, and we'll create IAM shared folder while creating response file. Okay. Fine. So this is a step to create response file, and even response file would be used created using IBM Installation Manager. So yesterday we have seen how to install IBM Installation Manager. So using this command, so IBM Installation Manager would be installed in this path. So using IBM IM, you will open IBM Installation Manager, and here we are giving the option hyphen record. So with this option, it will create a response file, and whichever the path you have given, there it will create the response file. And it in this path, it will create the required response temporary files while creating the response file. And as I gave this path, I want to make sure that there are no files or folders in this path. So let me just clear the existing, if there are any files and folders. There is already existing response file. I want to remove it. So right now this folder is empty, and I want to remove this file as well. This is old response file. Fine. So I have deleted it. And I should go to this path, and then I should run this command. So let me go to that path. cd space / opt / ibm / installation manager eclipse. Okay, so this is the root folder of IBM Installation Manager, and we can open IBM Installation Manager using this script, and we can even create response file using this script. And I want to say one more thing. So while creating response file, you will see as if you are installing WebSphere, but it doesn't really do any installation. It will just record the response file. So let us see how it does, and I'm just copying the command. Paste. Okay, and I'm pressing enter, and you will see as if we are installing WebSphere, but it will create just response file. Let us see that. And these comments are already noted in the Word file. I'll share you that after the class. So IBM Installation Manager is opening. So once it opens, we should let IBM Installation Manager know where exactly our software is. So first we should add repository. So let me add the repository. So this, as I said, this is the software we are having, which IBM has provided. So let me go into the folder, and we should let installation manager know where exactly this repository.config file is located. So I have a simple technique to copy the complete path. We can do like this: cp size silent mode, and then dot repo, and then okay. So I got the complete path here. So I'm copying the path, and I need to paste it in the repository. So to add repository, you will navigate through file and then preferences. Here you'll add repositories. So let me remove the existing repositories, and so let me add the new repository, preferences, then add repository, and I'm pasting the path where repository exists, and I'm clicking OK. So you can do test connection. It's already selected. You can check with test connections. So you got the message all selected repositories are connected, and now apply, and OK. So repository is added. So once repository is added, it's like we know IBM installation manager know where exactly the software is residing, and you can click on install. Okay, so we are installing IBM installation manager application server version 8.5.5, and it's a trial version. So I've selected the software, click on next. Okay, this is just an error message. You can ignore. Maybe my OS is the recent. My OS might have been released after 8.5.5, so it is not detecting my OS. But this is just a warning. We can ignore it. It works well in my OS Linux 7.3. So I'm ignoring the error warning, and I'm going ahead. And so we need to accept the license. So accepting the license. Yeah, I was saying it's better to create these shared folders manually. So copy, and then okay, I'll create here.
Why manually? There also we can create it, na?
Uh, yeah, actually, it is not mandatory. Let us see how it goes. We can do that also. Let us see whether it creates by itself or not. Okay, hopefully it creates. Let us see. Okay, I was having this habit to create manually. Let us go ahead and see whether it creates. Okay, I will do that thing. And okay, and I'm going ahead. Okay, VAS root. This is I was saying this is the VAS root. So this is the place where WebSphere would be configured, and the previous folder I am shared. These are the required files which are required to run the WebSphere. Say even for even for Windows you would be having some program files, and you'll be having Windows folder. So those are files and folders you don't really touch, but those really helps to run your operating system. So in the similar fashion, so IM shade is a folder, which will have supporting files, which helps to run WebSphere environment. So earlier we have seen where it will create the IM shade folder, and now this is a VAS root, where exactly you will log in and you will see all the configurations, and you will do modifications, and you will manage your WebSphere environment by accessing this folder. So this is called VAS root, and this is one of the important folder and path. So yeah, so this is the path which we need to remember. This is a default path, you can make a note of it. And in your company, if it is not, they don't install in the default path, you can use find command to search these folders. Okay, so I'm going ahead with the default path. Next. Yeah, it is just selecting the language.
We have done the part after creating that response file, na?
Okay, your question is like we are doing all these steps after creating response file.
Ha.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, you will see these steps just like you are installing WebSphere. Till now, response file is not created. We are just in the process to create response file. You can see here skip install, and it is recording. So it is just recording all the steps which we have done. So we have selected software, and it is added in the repository .config, and we are giving the VAS root path and IM shared folder path. So we are giving the details, we are still giving the details, and so it is just recording the response.
We
Yeah,
have initiated, matlab we have initiated that response file
ex-
command, and
hmm.
and beside that we are doing this VAS install app server installation.
Yeah, this is still not record. It is just capturing the configuration details. It doesn't really install. So you'll come to
Okay.
know how it will, what will happen. So yeah, let me go ahead next. So even now it will not install. It will just create the response file, but you will just cover all the steps which are required for installation. So that is how you create response file. Yeah. So here the even you will get message the packages are installed, and but in the IBM installation manager it is still recording. Skip install recording. It is just recording response file. So once I close it, then the complete process will be done. So now after closing, yes, and here, sorry, we ran the command here. Okay, so here we ran the command. So now response file would be created in this path in the temp. So let us go and see. So yeah, so you can see the date now, it's 9:31. So response file has been created just now 9:30, and the supporting temp files.
In VAS 855.
Yeah, so here we are having some supporting files. So if you want to do installation, the same installation anywhere, it's better you carry with this temp folder, this complete temp folder, and you can use this. So same like command now, which we are okay. And second step, you add the repository in the IBM installation manager. I repeat. So if you want to do the same installation in some other systems, you carry this temp folder where it is having response file on all those things, and add
Mhm.
the repository in the IBM installation manager, and then run this command, then you can install WebSphere with a similar configuration in all the systems. Okay, the yeah, now we have created a response file here. Now the final step is, so we should use the response file to install WebSphere. So for that you will use this IMCL tool. So this IMCL tool will be in this path, from in the Eclipse. In the tools you will find IMCL. So there you will invoke that tool by saying accepting the license and giving inputting your response file in this. Yeah, and then you can place the logs here. So your logs will be recorded in this place. So you can use this command to run the web to install the WebSphere. So once you execute this command, you won't see any output. At the most, you can check the logs. You can check the running logs in this file. So once installation is success, you'll get IBM WebSphere is installed. So till he, yeah, till
So
here.
the
Mhm.
log part we can skip, but it's mandatory to matlab if we are creating the log file, then we'll get to know what
Exactly.
all is getting executed.
Yeah. Yeah. If at all if it produces any errors, then it would be recorded in the log file. And yep. And fine. So before that, I just want to do check few more observations in it. Okay. Fine. Okay. So let me go to the path and run that command. Yeah, so I told here you would find the tools, you would find IMCL tool here. So I'm using, okay, I'm using this tool, and so I'm using this command. Yeah, so once I enter, it will start installation, and you will not see any output until it gets installed. The only thing is we can check the logs. Okay, so let us execute the command. So I have executed it, and the log, it should get recorded here, silent underscore install underscore log. So let us go there. Okay, so cd space slash temp H. Okay, so in the below terminal you can see it is getting executed. Yeah, so here below you can see this, we have executed the command, and now here, yes, silent underscore install log, it's getting created. Date stamp, yes, it is created just now. And to check the running logs, tail hyphen f. So if you want to check the running logs, you can use tail hyphen f and then execute it. Yeah, so if it produces any errors, it will show here. So as of now, it is getting installed. So let us wait for around maybe 5 hours, 5 to 10 minutes. So once it is installed, you will see the message WebSphere has been installed.
I understood this part, but I'm not able to understand how this response file will be used for replicating this particular steps in other servers.
Mhm.
Matlab, I am not able to get that thing.
Okay, so here, see in the response, what exactly we have done. If you think
Because
right, maybe
we have recorded repository addition and then tick marking all this licenses and all those things. That was being recorded in the response file, right?
Exactly.
This
Yeah.
was only being.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And yeah. So yeah, you can just do one thing. You can before executing this, first you take this response file to some wherever you want to install, and then anyways you
Okay.
should have VAS software. Better you have you better have the VAS software also, the same path as it is there in this system to avoid conflicts, and add the
Hmm.
repository, and then run this response file. It should get installed.
Okay, matlab I just need to this response edit this response file with the location of the repository instead of manually tick marking and all those things. That part will be skipped if I use a response file. I'll just have to update the response file with the a location of the repository. This is what.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Whatever you said is true. Yeah. Only thing is, yeah, yeah. Better you should add manually repository in the IBM Installation Manager, and then run this command.
Mhm.
So it should install the WebSphere.
Okay. These two command, first command and nahi, the first command will not be used now because we are not creating
Only,
a response file. The second
yeah,
command
only,
will be
yeah.
used.
This only one command. Maybe in
Okay.
tomorrow's class we can try in some other system.
Okay. ठीक है हाँ. Thank you.
It's okay. And moreover, in big companies, in like all financial sectors, they generally do installation through silent only. You should anyways know all these steps. And yeah, in interview also they will ask these questions. So
That's why I'm trying to understand.
yeah.
Because in our company, matlab in we generally do it, matlab we don't do by response file. Maybe other team members might be doing. I do manually in each and every server, doing the same steps
Mhm.
everywhere. For example, if there are four servers, four JVMs, I'll do it the same step in all four servers.
Mhm. Yeah, maybe next time you can just try with these response files.
Huh, I'll
Yeah.
try that.
But ICSA, I believe you can learn work very fast.
There are a lot of things to learn. It's just in our team there are a lot of people, so the work is matlab, it get distributed to a lot of people, and you get a very small work. And moreover, it depends how much knowledge you have. The people who are senior most, they are able to do work more frequently, so they are working on production. I am generally working on UAT and CUG things.
Hmm. Okay. So how much is your team size in ICSA?
It's 17 right now.
Oh.
One more to join, then it will be at 18.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, but even in India, like ICSA is one of the prestigious projects, so that's really good. I just want to. It is created IM shared folder by itself,
Uh-huh.
and even it is created with the same permissions. So that's fine. I mean, earlier, once I got error, so I never done without creating folder. So you can create response file without creating these folders manually as well. Yeah, so you got the message. So yeah, see installed IBM 8.5.5, and it even gave the VAS root where it has been installed. And so right now we are not checking any logs. So if you check the logs, it would be the same thing.
Okay.
Okay, it's not recorded in the logs. So that's fine if we did not get any errors and it's not recorded. And so right now it is installed. So to check, right, maybe we can just navigate to the path and check how it is installed. Yeah. So yeah, earlier we have seen in this folder it was empty. So it is created, and anyways, even I am shared it is created. Fine. These are the supporting files to run WebSphere environment. And so just to do some activity in the installed WebSphere. So let us go to bin, and let us open profile management tool. So tomorrow we'll see about various kinds of profiles, and we'll see how to install profile tomorrow. So right now just to do something in the install WebSphere, I want to run this tool. Tomorrow we'll see about using this tool, how to use this tool. So this is how you install WebSphere through silent method. And if time permits, we'll copy the same files in some other system, and we'll try to check in other system.
Okay.
Neha, yeah,
Take-
maybe we can try to do that tomorrow. And so far, any questions?
No, it's fine. I've understood.
Okay. And Sandeep, any questions for you?
Uh, I'm good for now. If you don't mind, can you upload the video and share me the link, please?
Sure, sure, yeah. I'll do that. I'll upload that. Maybe tomorrow I'll upload. That should be okay, right?
Uh,
You want today only, yeah?
if possible,
Okay, yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah, if not today, tomorrow I'll upload definitely. Yeah,
Okay, okay, Praveen.
yeah, sure.
I didn't get the previous ones also from the other class.
The other class that I uploaded in the share drive, those things.
Oh, okay.
You can see some folder with, I forgot the folder, but you can try. Maybe you can search with date modified in the share drive. You can find over there.
Okay, because I didn't get any updates, so that's why. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
check
you
it
can
out.
check. I have uploaded them. Yeah,
Sure. Okay. Thank you, Praveen.
yeah, it's okay. Yep. So Neha, I'm done with the today's class.
Okay. This
So
pmt.sh you will explain tomorrow.
yeah, yeah, it's just about creating profiles. We'll see first various kinds of profiles, and then we'll see tomorrow how to create profiles.
Okay.
And okay then. Good day all and good night. Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
that's okay. Thanks. Bye bye.
Thank you, Praveen.
Yeah, it's okay,
Good
Sandeep.
night.
Yeah, thanks, man.